Hello everybody, my name is Goldie and welcome to another Starcraft 2 commentary. Definitely hasn't been long since my last one, as I did like a 3-hour stream for the BSG yesterday. It's a SEA tournament for bronze, silver and gold leveled players. It was forever. It was like almost 3.5 hours long, but it was so much fun. So after doing that, I definitely want to do more Starcraft 2 commentaries, which is why I'm doing this one. This one popped up on the SC2 SEA.com replays list, and I was like, why not let me have another go? So introducing the players, this is Skrawl. So RLS Skrawl. RLS must be the clan. He is a Zerg player. He's spawning in the top left area on Tel'Dariem Alter, which is a relatively new map, and his opponent will be Zergtastic, the blue Zerg. I had the opportunity of casting yesterday with Zergtastic. Great caster, great Zerg player, so I'm actually looking forward to this game a lot. So this is definitely going to be an interesting map considering it's so far away, and it looks like that your expansion is relatively safe to grab, especially with only sort of this gap. Really much the only thing stopping you between a fast expand or anything like that. Your third, or your natural third, with these rocks, pretty much a little bit harder as you've got this sort of entrance, and you've got another entrance up here. Someone could possibly take this. It is a lot closer to defend, or by saying it's like closer to your main, but it does take you all this time to get around. So it will be interesting. You can see both players are both taking their first expansion. So really, with the map size, there's no surprise there. And like I said yesterday, long shoutcast. I got a new microphone. Hopefully the quality of this microphone is fairly good. It's a new blue microphone. If anyone's looking into podcasting, it's a great microphone to grab. For the sake of, it's a USB microphone, so I'm not using any mixer or anything. It plugs straight in. It's got its own sound card and that sort of stuff, and it powers itself, and it's a great microphone. I'm definitely going to suggest it. We can see that Zergtastic is taking his pull a little bit earlier than what Skrawl did, but hey, with this distance, it's not going to be that much of a difference. The only thing that is a little bit weirder is the fact that Skrawl does have his gas, so possibly maybe Speedlings or Banelings. Maybe he's thinking Banelings. But we can only see Zergtastic taking this game now. And I'm not going to lie, I'm sure you're all watching this on YouTube, and you can see how long the YouTube video is, so it obviously is going to be a long game. I unfortunately didn't prepare myself for any drinks or anything, so this is going to be killer, as we just see Zergtastic take his Roach Warren. So we are going to be seeing Roaches, and Skrawl only just finishing his spawning pool just then. He does almost have that 100 gas for Speedlings. Are we going to see Speedlings? There we go, there's the Speedling upgrade. So Speedlings versus Roach early up, but as you can see, the game is a little bit longer. We have a random Overlord here. He knows he's not over there. I'm not sure if both players have actually scattered each other. They've scattered for the fact that they're not up in the top corner or the other corner. And it's interesting seeing player cams. I actually like watching player cams, seeing what they're looking at, how fast they're going, having a look at their APM, which is constantly around 80, 100, that kind of stuff. So, you know, I know for a fact that Zergtastic is a platinum level player in the SEA servers. I'm not actually sure what Skrawl is. I should have done my research a little bit better on Skrawl, but I'm sure he's way up there as well. We can see getting that queen, doing a bit of creep spread, trying to get it down to your natural, as both, well, Skrawl is actually expecting some sort of push as he's putting some spine crawlers up, but, you know, that's, it's interesting to know that both players actually haven't scouted what the other players are doing, and I find that really weird at this stage of the game. Both players are just like, and not really knowing. You can see all these, some sort of misclick there and seeing all these, whoa, big mass transfer, here we go. But yeah, interesting to see. I'm not sure if that's a regular in Zerg. I'm obviously a Terran player, and you can see both players have no idea what each other players is doing. So they can only just assume they're just going a natural build, fast expand, that kind of stuff. Last thing you want is to see a 6 pool in this kind of league and that kind of stuff, or all in 7 Roach off one base rushes and that kind of stuff. But we are seeing a Roach Runner for Skrawl now a little bit, well, not a little bit, it's a hell of a lot later than what Zergtastic and what his gas and Roach was. We are seeing another gas for Zergtastic, so now that is piling on the gases, getting another gas as well, also getting a spine crawler at his natural. Look at all of these overlords. The best thing about being a Zerg versus Zerg is that you know that no one's really going to have a fast, attacking marines or stalkers or anything like that. So you can see just like this bloody overlords everywhere. They just don't really care. Just like, sup man, what's up? Oh cool, we going that way. Sweet. Which you gotta love. We're also seeing a lair also for Skrawl, and also that fast Evo chamber, getting that missile attack level 1, which is not a bad idea getting it. If you're assuming the other players going roaches, getting that upgrade obviously can help in some sort of battles, and you can see that Zergtastic is also getting his as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was the exact same upgrade, both getting lair, both droning up really hard. If we have a look at the drone count, that's not the drone count. One of these is the drone count. There's a new fancy buttons, that kind of stuff, and I'm going to find which one it is. Control I. Control I. Whoa. You can see that minerals is a lot in favor for Skrawl at the moment. And you can see that gas is also a lot more in favor for, is actually more in favor for Zergtastic, so that's interesting to see. But as you can see, the first 8 minutes, 40 seconds of this entire game, Zergtastic's actually managed to supply block himself by quite a lot, so maybe he just lost an overlord somewhere, because he is a fairly heavy supplied. You can see him making more overlords. He's also going infestors, and of course this is after the 1.3 sort of patch, so infestors have, when you read it at first, you're like, oh, okay, less stun, that kind of stuff, a bit more damage. You don't. It's like a massive upgrade, and it's a buff. They're used so much now, especially against Terran, those marine balls and that kind of stuff, and defending. So it's going to be infestors versus hydralisks. So roach hydra, it's relatively safe, and we can see both upgrades getting carapace level 1 and both missile level 1 for both players. It looks like that also we're going to see an expansion as well for Skrawl. It's a little bit later than Zergtastic's third expansion, and you can see all the upgrades for palogenic pathogen glands. Anyway, it's your fungal growth upgrade. It's a bit of a weird one to say. So interesting to see. Well, it's not interesting to see that at all. You sort of have to get that. I'm just trying to like work it up a little bit, make it seem a little bit more interesting. It's quite standard. What's interesting is the amount of lava that's sitting back here. There's a lot of spare lava sitting back here, and pretty much not the same. But I think that's one thing that Zergtastic, he's even told me about, that he needs to work on his creep a little bit. But you can see the creep coming all the way down here for Skrawl. But he's got so much spare lava that he's not going to use that so quickly. He needs to start getting some creep tumors and try and connect his naturals and his third all together and that sort of stuff. If we look at the worker tab, income 62, harvests to Skrawl to 51. So the Skrawl has droned up a lot, and you can see, look at all these overseers, making 2 overseers now for Zergtastic. Will we see some sort of... We are going to see, look at that, you've got to love that ability. Of course, it's Contaminate, and it's going to stop him from making anything for the next, couple of seconds or stuff, and it can make a difference. Stops him from making that. Looks like we're going to see another one up here as well. 2 Contaminates go down for Zergtastic. You got to love that. Good. I've seen a couple of games where someone just kept doing that over and over again until someone rage quit. It was fun. Like, he had one over here, and he also had another one over here flying in right now and did another Contaminate kind of stuff. Very cool. Looking at the production tabs, we are seeing roaches now. People are trying to make some attacking units, and what's weird is watching, I was watching Moonglade's his stream for a little bit, and his Zerg v Zerg is a lot different than this Zerg v Zerg. This Zerg v Zerg is, let's get upgrades, let's drone up a lot, and then we'll go for one big massive attack halfway in the middle of the game. But their Zerg v Zerg is pretty much Baneling versus roaches at the start versus Speedlings versus, the game's pretty much over within the first 10 in-game minutes. So this is definitely a different kind of style to watching all that. And you look at the army tab, Skrawl is a lot further up. He's 114. Look at that, another Contaminate. This is what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be surprised. Did this one do it as well? Oh, double Contaminate. This is awesome, and Skrawl needs to do something about this. Otherwise, he's gonna slowly fall behind. As you can see, Zergtastic slowly catching up on the army supply. And you look at all these things. We're getting roach upgrades as well for Zergtastic now. Getting that Glar reconstitution. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Look at this, another contaminate as well. This is awesome, and you're gonna love it. I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing another one over here. This is what I like to see. Stop all this lava being produced. Look at that, the lava just about to fall down, but then nothing. These queens must be upset. Maybe he has to force to get another couple of queens. We're seeing that in-base hatchery, and I think Zergtastic, yes, he has seen that in-base hatchery. I can only assume he clicked on that. He's going to lose that overseer as well. So an in-base hatchery, so 4 hatches, 5th hatch, as he's got another one over here. Zergtastic is now supply blocked because of that overseer dying. But what, 5 hatch compared to 3? So it's pretty much up to Zergtastic. He's going to make a push, and he has a lot of roaches up here compared to... It's somewhat a bigger roach army compared to Skrawl. He's now just unsupply blocked himself as he made a lot of overseers. And look at all these infestors. 4 infestors and another drone. You probably wouldn't be surprised if we go see him make yet another expansion, or even just switch up to here for a more better drone count. And so many expansions. 5. Look at this. Another one being put up here. And another in-base one as well. Wow. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6 to 4. 6 hatches to 4. That is massive, and hopefully it pays off for him at this early stage. It is kind of still early, as it will eventually go into the late game. 5 overseers being popped out. 8 overseers now being overlords, I should say, for Zergtastic. It's a lot of overlords, more queens, more roaches, everything being made. Upgrading hive tech to other stuff, to other hatcheries, I should say. Wow, and it looks like we're having a bit of overseer action. Oh, no, it's not a hive tech. What am I talking about? Jeez, it is Nidus Worm. Ooh, that is so sexy. Something you want to see more in Zerg v Zerg. Some Nidus Worm action and Burrow coming down. So Burrow and Nidus Worm for Skrawl, plus Tunneling Claws, and of course speed upgrade for the Overlords. This is going to be huge. Let's have a look at the APM, because that's always fun to look at. Whoa, Zergtastic is way ahead, 150. Whoa, and then it just shifts the other way around. But as a Zerg player, you have to have fast APM. It's pretty much everything. So 2 hives coming down. Oh, it'd be cool. Hives are awesome. You gotta love hives. Look at all these upgrades. Almost finishing. It's just starting level 3 for Skrawl. But this, look at this mass roach army. But like, again, this is very hard to commentate if you're not a Zerg player and that sort of stuff, so I don't quite understand what their sort of builds are going to. You can see both players are completely maxed out now, and they can't do anything except just upgrade, so I wouldn't be surprised if this Overlord or this Overseer maybe even chucks a Nidus Worm up here. Where is his Nidus Worm? Is there any units in it? There it is. Nothing in it yet. But we are seeing this Roach Hydra army now slowly pushing out across the map. Level 3 has started for yet both players, and this could be devastating. As you can see, all this creep is so helpful. Look at the creep spread here. Nothing. Creep spread is huge over here, and that pretty much means Skrawl can see exactly what's happening. He's like, yep, cool, army, front door, I understand. So splitting up his roaches, splitting up his hydras, leaving the hydras at the back. But, like, this is the first time he's walking into the other person's base. He has no idea that he's going to fest. There's no idea. And look at this. They're so clumped up that all this fungal growth is just going to make such a huge difference. And even the spine crawler is picking up a little bit at the end. And you can see Zergtastic's army is so witherless compared to Skrawl's. But it looks like Skrawl's actually might pull off the top at the moment. He's just got so many more roaches and so many more hydras. And oh wow, that is great. I did not think that Zergtastic, after all that fungal growth, would be able to pull through. He's trying to take out this hatchery, and this hatchery is going to go down. You can see these infestors and roaches and that sort of stuff forced to burrow, as he's got no other way to go. More reinforcing roaches coming in. And I wouldn't be surprised if we need to see a drop. An overseer drop would be now. Some sort of payback, trade base, that kind of stuff. But these roaches are dying, and look, more fungal growth popping down. This should be enough to handle it. There's so many more reinforcing roaches. Look at them, both people making the exact same thing. Roaches, upgrades, upgrades. And now, look at this, all popping into the Nidus network. We're going to see a Nidus Worm any second now, right here. It's going to be awesome. I'm just waiting for it to pop, but look at these, there's still even more roaches, reassuring roaches and reinforcing roaches to try and keep on attacking. Are we going to see a Nidus Worm? I want to see that Nidus Worm. There's so many roaches placed in there. Look at the look at this. Skrawl has almost 8,000. There's the Nidus Worm. Does he see it? Does he hear it? Does he scout it? I'm not sure if he's actually able to scout it. He's got no vision of it at all. This is going to be terrible. And half his army's halfway across the base. I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to... Look at this. Now they're all pulling back. Look at them. And now roaches are falling out. This is going to be devastating for Zergtastic. Roaches now all coming in, taking out the infestation pit. Roaches just popping out, that are going absolutely nowhere. And we are going to see a base trading situation. Skrawl now putting down Spire attack. Roaches now pushing into Skrawl's main base. But there's so many roaches also in Zergtastic's main base. This is going to be so bad. Fungal growth coming down, killing this other extra hatchery. And look at this. Just it's base trading at the moment. Base trading at its best. Basically three shotting that hive, killing all these, as many drones as possible. But Zergtastic is now doing the exact same thing in Skrawl's base. This is wonderful. This is great. So there goes that Nidus Worm. So no more Nidus Worm. All these roaches popping out, but there's way too many roaches here. Drones, units lost. Where's the units lost? Units killed, 107, 83, so many people, and you can see, look at this, even more roaches coming out. I think the roaches tried to go back to help, but realizing that the Nidus Worm is gone, he knows he's in a base trading situation now. He needs to make something finish. Look at this base being slowly withered away. This Spire is almost going to finish. I'm not sure it's going to finish, but having Spire right now and a few Muta to try and pull this off will help Skrawl. But look at this natural is gone for Zergtastic. This is base trading at its best. These roaches need to go kill something. Spire just finished. We are seeing seven infestors come out, but look at all of these roaches. So many roaches, so many drones. Now killing that oh wow. Now Zergtastic cannot make any more roaches. This is so intense. This is going to be amazing. I have no idea who is going to come out on top. Reinforcing roaches now coming in. It's basically Roach v Roach, and trying to get some expansions, trying to get some gas all the way up here. Zergtastic now pushing into Skrawl's third base. Look at this. He's trying to build his spawning pool again. He's got basically no units, borrowing those units. So great work, borrowing those units, trying to save them. Look at them trying to get out of the way. And all these drones are just running straight into roaches. You can see now the Skrawl realizes that he has to take this other expansion. It's basically going to come down to who can kill the most units. Maybe this may even become a draw. I don't know. This is now going to go. And Skrawl basically is, I have to say, he's in the lead at the moment because he's still got this expansion, and I'm not sure if... Zergtastic must not know that there's an expansion there. Have a look. Yeah, no idea there's another expansion there. He's also got this other expansion. So Zergtastic is now mining out of no bases. He has no bases. All he has is this roach army left, and he now knows he's in a situation where he has to try and kill everything off before all his stuff dies. And what does he have died? This is what he's done. This is his tactic. Put gas everywhere. Make him come pretty much everywhere over the map. It's going to be a massive fight. You can see Skrawl is trying to do the exact same thing by trying to build more hatcheries, and you can see all this gas has been taken. Gas everywhere has been taken to try and for Skrawl to kill more buildings than basically Zergtastic has to. But look at this. Zergtastic is well aware that this expansion is going. This is his second last mining expansion. He still also has this one over here, which is barely doing it. All these overlords are just chilling, and look at this army. This army is... You have to say that Zergtastic is going to win this now, just because he's got so many more, but he needs to come over here. Look at this, another yet hatchery being hidden away here, trying to hide. He's also got this gas, and he's trying to make gas over here. It's basically who can hide each other's buildings and live it. But Zergtastic has no more drones on the field, I think, and he's pretty much only really got this army, but I think it's a bigger army than what Skrawl has. So if it comes down to army v army, I think he's going to be fine. Wow, there's a few roaches here, but these roaches are going to do absolutely nothing compared to this massive army. This is a great game. Look at this, another hatchery. Both players have enough money to build hatcheries, but the fact that so many more drones for Skrawl is the fact that he can start building hatcheries, and eventually he's going to be able to maybe get himself back in the game. And he's well aware that he's got a hatchery down here. But I don't look at this. Zergtastic hasn't even scouted this base, and this is the one that is fully operational, and he's got his spawning pool going. He's got him roaches, and he's got a little bit of stuff. He needs to send these guys back to work, try and get some more money out there, trying to get... Look at this, he's trying to get that lair. So this army is going up. What does he have left? All these all these gas basically for Zergtastic. Wow, he's going to pick off this. I think Skrawl is now even though he's got all this gas, look at this, he's eventually going to find all this gas. He's getting this gas. As far as buildings go, he's only got this 2 gas, and he's only got this 1 gas. Zergtastic, look at this, I think Zergtastic realizes that he needs to try and fight this off this army. He needs to try and get in a better lead, because he needs to take this out, and if he doesn't, I don't even think he knows this is here, and he's not going to be able to take that out. This is interesting. You can see Zergtastic has stopped production for like the last 5 minutes, and you can see hatcheries going down, gases, roaches, queens. Skrawl is in a pretty much a lead now, because he has a fully operational base where all Zergtastic has, he's just trying to chase all these roaches, and Skrawl is well aware that he's got way more roaches. Zergtastic has way more roaches, and it's not going to work. And engaging this army will just put him further and further behind. Look at this, they're doing circles. He's got Burrow, and having Burrow is definitely going to help him compared to Zergtastic, because if there is an army, you can maybe do some bit of Burrow, micro, and that kind of stuff. It is a little bit harder than, say, blink micro and that kind of stuff, but it may make all the difference. And all that's left now is just 1, 2 gas, and all this for Zergtastic, all this for Skrawl. Also, he's also got gas back here. He's also got this hatchery as well. I don't know where Zergtastic is going. He's trying to go back. He's trying to find where this operational base is. He's trying to split up his marines. I said marines. They're not marines. They're roaches. There we go. 1 left. This is all that is left for Zergtastic. And best thing. Oh, there is a fight. We are going to see a massive fight. Here we go. There goes Burrow. There goes Tunneling Claws. Oh, and the Overseer over here is going to be able to spot them anyway. This could be devastating. He's going to lose all these roaches. Wow, all these roaches are going to die. Look at this. A massive army. Army size is huge. But look at this, Skrawl is well aware that his last building is over here, and now he needs to try and huddle back and try and protect it, or try and make his ways to build this. But no, this has to be GG, I should say. There's no way that Zergtastic is going to be able to get back in here in time to save it. He's also got this Nidus Worm over here, which is still technically a unit. Now he's saying, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, GG. There's the last unit. Wow, what a great game. Zerg v Zerg. And to last that long, huge. And it pretty much just came into trying to hide as many bases as possible, that kind of stuff. So, great work to Skrawl for winning that game. Zergtastic, bad luck. That was so close, dude. Hopefully you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time.